Whether you're a skeptic or a believer, join me, Rob McConnell, as together we'll investigate the world of the paranormal and the science of parapsychology here on the X-Zone Radio TV show on XZBN and the X-Zone TV channel on Simul TV. Since 1990, the X-Zone Radio TV show has been the place where people dare to believe and dare to be heard. Together, we'll investigate UFOs, aliens, ghosts, Bigfoot, psychic phenomena, lake monsters, conspiracy theories, government cover-ups, the truth embargo, alien abductions, ESP, haunted locations from around the world, and so much more. With over 28 years of broadcasting and more than 4,500 individual guests, the X-Zone is truly a place where fact is fiction and fiction is reality, as evidenced by the credibility, integrity, and professionalism of the guests that we bring to our international audience. If you have seen a UFO, had a close encounter, seen a ghost, Bigfoot, lake monster, or a story that you would like to share or have investigated, contact me, Rob McConnell, by sending me your email to xzone@xzoneradiotv.com, or you can call toll-free 1-800-610-7035, extension 143, and on Skype, X-Zone Radio TV. For more information on the X-Zone Radio TV show with yours truly, Rob McConnell, visit www.xzoneradiotv.com or www.xzonetvchannel.com or simultv.com and xzbn.net. Until next we meet here in the X-Zone from our broadcast center and studios in Hamilton, Ontario, Canada, always remember, X-Zone Nation, keep your eyes to the sky and your heart in the light.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me and my guest, Amy Chace, who's joining me on Mystics, Oracles, and Divination radio show. I'm your host, Cooch Daniels. I'm a lifelong professional intuitive and tarot and palm reader. Recently, I've helped create a recently released oracle deck called Sacred Mysteries, the Chakra Oracle. The co-creator of its guidebook is my sweet, loving partner, Victor, and its illustrator is an incredible, amazing sacred artist, master Dutchman himself, Peter Veltervede. I'm feeling like a new mother, trying to help her baby grow strong and evolve well. For today's show, I've pulled one card from our oracle deck. The card that I magically, mysteriously selected is linked with the fourth heart or Anahata chakra. It's linked with using your inner strength to be in alignment with the yin and yang of your life and holding on to your truth, no matter how much you're persuaded to do otherwise. It's all about heart and touching other people from a very deep place within the well of your being. It's also closely tied to the major tarot card Justice and finding mind-heart balance of positive and negative forces in relation to taking good care of your inner spirit. When you take good care of your inner self, you can move with greater inner harmony and refuse demands that take you away from the feeling goodness of your inner being. But even though I've created my own oracle, or it's not really my own because I've shared creating it, but right now I'm so very excited to dive deeper into learning about oracles and how they work from another perspective. I've asked artist and oracle creator Amy Chace to join me to talk about her beautiful oracle that has a really good message. It's called Manifesting Your Greatness. Hi, Amy.
Hello. Amy Chace here.
Oh, God, I've been saying Chance.
No, it's all right.
Tell how tuned in I am. I'm not, I didn't write your name down. I'm like, oh, yes. Well, obviously.
You know what? That's fine.
Well, now everybody's going to know that Cooch is spaced out and that I'm taking a chance not writing down my script as much as I should, and that your last name is Chance.
Chace.
Oh, God, why am I blocking? I'm all over. I'm like reading the fortune card in you, dear.
Yeah,
I'm taking
you know
the
what?
fortune
It's
card
okay.
into its extremes.
It's not spelled right. It's not spelled like the bank. It's a weird. I am so deeply British, like DNA spelling. I believe it's. I think
could you
this is
spell
what I
your
think.
name? Because maybe then it'll imprint on my mind instead of me talking about the fortune card and things.
No, and you know what? And everybody, it'll print on everybody's mind if I spell my name, which is Chace, and not the way you think it's spelled, Chase. It hopefully will imprint on everybody's mind because people are like, I can't find stuff, and I'm like, well, you don't know how to spell my name. So this is good. This is a good opportunity for me to yell it from the rooftop.
Okay, so everybody, do it one more time. How do you spell your last name?
Chace. It's Chace. Just think of it like that.
Like Chace.
Ace.
All right.
Chace.
I'm not going to do it incorrectly anymore. Hopefully the rest of the show. So hopefully people won't think I'm losing my mind, even though that is a secret that I don't want too many people to talk about. But okay, Amy, Chace is my sweet host, co-creator for this show tonight. And can you tell us about your Oracle deck?
Sure. People ask me how I got into it. That's the number one question that people ask me is how did you start the deck? And I was thinking about this and the truth is a couple things happened and then all of a sudden I was just compelled to do this. And one of the things was a friend of mine, Trisha, who's a writer and a tarot card reader, wanted to do a tarot deck. And so
with you,
I started,
you as the artist?
Yeah, she wanted me to be the artist on her written tarot deck. And she had a great idea. But she, not everybody is a follow through kind of person. And she decided, she quit. She quit on it. She quit on the project. She flaked on me. Yeah. And so I was like, well, that's fine and everything. But now I'm all interested in this, in everything, and tarot and oracle and just everything, plant medicine. She was into plant medicine. And I was just all of a sudden into everything. And I was like, yeah, well, the love of this is not going to stop just because she didn't, want to finish the deck. And at the time that I created the deck, my husband and I were living with my mother-in-law, who was really, really toxic. And so and we were living out in the middle of nowhere. So it was I was trapped in a cabin. And the only thing you can do when you're trapped in a cabin is write a book. And so for survival
your mother-in-law was your guide for learning how to manifest your greatness.
Well, she was a guide for knowing what not to do. And because she was so mean. And then what happened was me trying to survive her kind of opened the floodgates for ancestors to come running in with their advice too and save me. And also we moved out of my mother-in-law's house and we're back at our old apartment and very happy.
So did you, wait, did you?
So basically I had to make the deck in order. I would say most of this deck is that my ancestors came to basically help me because I needed the help to get out of the mother-in-law situation, which we did, thank God. But I think they came to help me because I honestly cannot recall the process. I feel like there was help.
Do you remember your most psychic channeling experience with your ancestors that you could share with us?
It's funny because my memory is shot. One of the first cards that I did was I remember it was an aha moment. It was a moment, but I can't recall what card I was working on at the time that it happened. But literally, it came over me that there were a bunch of people standing behind me in a group, not a menacing group, a loving group, and they were my ancestors and that they were alive in me, and that this is basically a group project because it's not just me, but there's other people in it. And some of these people are alive and well that kind of show up in these cards, but definitely some of it was channeled. And like I said, I don't know exactly which cards, but I'm going to flip through my deck right now.
You're going to find us a good card?
Well, like, this is my family, if I ever heard it. This one card I have here called Buck Convention. It's Buck Convention.
That's the name of the card?
That's the name of the card.
Okay.
Is Buck Convention. And
Buck
it
Convention.
Just means, yeah. I realized
I thought you were saying something else. That's why I was like, what am I hearing here?
No. And so far I have not sworn once. Buck Convention. And that is definitely, I would say, my family. I would say my family is like kind of just different. Like, they're awesome. Like, this is my dad. When everybody gets the deck, there's a card called Focus on One Thing at a Time. And that is totally my father doing projects in his good pants in the garage.
So he wasn't worried about changing into his hardware working pants. He was like just totally in the moment, wanting to be his best doing his hardware stuff or his whatever he was doing.
Yes, because you wouldn't mess up if you are wearing your good pants, right?
No, you
like you're going to be extra careful.
To.
No, you're going to be extra careful. You're going to watch exactly what you're going to do. You're going to focus in, and you probably won't mess up your good pants. I mean, my father has been working in his good pants, much to my mother's aggravation, since forever, and he has rarely ruined a pair of pants.
Well, is this kind of like a mystical moment in relation to, like, if you wear your best clothes, then you're going to be mystically illuminating perfection because you don't want to mess up?
Well, you know what? I think for my dad, it manifested concentration. I mean, I know that's weird, and that's not my style. I always dress like a slob because I can't take the pressure. But, like, I can't take the pressure of not messing up. You know what? That's not true. I wear all my good clothes every day, and I mess everything up, and I have to replace them all the time. I should take a lesson from this deck and buy clothes to mess up. No, but you know what? Like, I don't know. I mean, that one was more of I'm finding that, people that are active and they have more than one project at one time, sometimes they have trouble working on more than one thing at one time. And sometimes...
Well, I would never put that out because it's like I look at how we say whatever we say, we're generating that reality more and more. So I don't want to think that way. I want to think that we're not messing up, that we're moving towards greater perfection.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And that's kind of what my deck is.
It's like, this very soon, but we're going to go to a commercial break, and we'll be back talking with Amy and having more and more fun stirring the cauldron as soon as we come back.
It's hard to listen to the news without realizing we're living in volatile, unprecedented times. Yet never has there been such an opportunity to transform the human condition. As old structures fail, where can we find the guidance to co-create a better way? Find Your Path Home is an ever-evolving, leading-edge information, education, and healing resource center designed to support and guide you on your path to unity and enlightenment. Based on sound principles employed by shamans worldwide, we provide techniques that can support you through the current transitions, offering online shamanic classes, international long-distance shamanic healing sessions, complimentary Mission Evolution radio episodes and Stairway to Heaven TV vignettes, seminars, retreats, and much more. All of this can be found on findyourpathhome.com.
So I was watching the X Zone TV channel last night when I was abducted by aliens, and they kept repeating to me over and over again, simultv.com, simultv.com.
What's simultv.com?
That's what I asked them. They had it written on the side of their UFO.
How do you spell that?
UFO.
No, I mean simultv.com.
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 Right. simultv.com.
Interesting that you were abducted by aliens in a simultv.com UFO last night.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Now that you mention it, I remember now last night I was awakened from a deep sleep. My great-grandmother was standing there. She said she'd come from the hereafter to tell me about simultv.com. She even spelled it out for me. simultv.com, sonny boy.
simultv.com.
simultv.com, sonny boy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Guys, you'll never guess what my psychic guru just told me.
simultv.com.
Exactly. Are you guys psychic too?
Of course.
We all know about simultv.com. simultv.com.
Path Home Shamanic Art School proudly presents the Gathering of Shaman 2019 Fall Retreat, Manifestation Samhain. Join me, certified shamanic instructor Gwilda Wiyaka, in the magnificent Colorado Mountains this November 2nd and 3rd for a life-changing event. Participate in unique teachings and ceremonies that'll put the power and magic of shamanic manifestation into your hands. Sit in circle with like-minded individuals, sharing group energy and the power it generates. Classes will be held in a facility next to the beautiful, majestic Arkansas River, further empowering the experience. Space is limited, so reserve your spot today. For more information, visit findyourpathhome.com or email touchin@findyourpathhome.com.
Hi again. You're joining Mystics, Oracles, and Divination radio show with Cooch Daniels, and we're talking with Amy Chace about her new oracle deck called Manifesting Your Greatness. I have a question for you, Amy. Do you consider yourself to be a psychic?
No, I am definitely not a psychic. I am definitely very intuitive, and I definitely have prophetic dreams. And I definitely have intuition, but I am not a psychic. I've met psychics. I know psychics. I'm friends with psychics. They're doing something different.
Well,
if anything, I would say I'm more of a medium.
Okay, so when you say medium, what does that mean
to
you? So you can explain to our audience.
Okay, well, to me, I have a bit of clairaudience, which means that I can hear certain things. I can hear things. Not always on purpose. I don't have a lot of control over it. But occasionally, I'll be standing around and I'll hear somebody I knew in life that is no longer with us, like say, "Oh, thank God, Amy can make a casserole." And it sounds like they're standing behind you, but they're not. Like that's
so you
what
get
it is
clear
for me.
messages.
Clear
audience.
messages clear messages that you hear.
Yeah. So that's
probably how it started, really. Yeah.
Well,
but I didn't really recognize it as such at first. I thought everybody could hear people that they knew in life speak. Which sounds ridiculous now that I've said it out loud, but
that means that's what you relate to as a medium, because you're kind of like in the middle between the other side and this side, hearing voices or people giving you messages.
People giving me messages, and it's hard to, in terms of the art and the deck, it's hard to pinpoint, exactly what piece came from what piece, because, some of this just came from living on the planet for 46 years and having a really smart family that, taught you things, but some of it is straight up. I was hearing, like, I didn't know my mother's mother. A sad story. My mother's mother died when my mother was only 3 years old.
Oh.
And yeah. And so then my mother was raised by basically her half brother and his wife, who would be approximately my grandparent age, because the thought at the time was that, a man by himself can't raise a daughter. So she moved out of her dad's house and moved in with the half brother, which was like his. Well, anyway, the point is they weren't my grandparents, but they were family. But I never actually knew my birth grandmother on my mother's side. But I kept getting this feeling that she is interested in me and is paying attention to me, and that I know her better than I think I do, because she is very, very, very much a part of me, which I've actually never told my mother that.
She's in your DNA.
Yeah, it's yeah, because I remember I came back from college once and I told my mother. My mother's hysterical. My mother, by the way, has a prophetic dream thing too, so this runs in the family. And I said, Mom, this guy, the friend of this guy that I'm kind of dating, he has this dog. And I can't explain it, but this dog is adorable, and I love this dog. I've never seen a dog with eyes like this, and I'm just gushing about this dog. And I've never been a dog person. We've always been cat people. And so I'm describing it to my mom, and my mom said, sounds like a Boston Terrier. I'm like, yes, that's what it is, a Boston Terrier. And then she showed me a picture of her mother holding a Boston Terrier. And she said, this was my mother's favorite dog ever, and this dog was named Pinto. This is Pinto the Boston Terrier. And I was like, I want a Boston Terrier someday. But certain things, I feel like she's really connected to me, but I can't hear her voice. I can't hear her voice. I can hear her feelings, but I can't hear her voice. And I assume that's because I don't know what it sounds like. Like most of the people I hear, I knew in real life, so I know exactly what they sound like.
Well, so is she in your cards then? Is she part of the message that comes through your cards?
Yeah, she's definitely here.
Because my sense about your cards is that they're to uplift our consciousness. I mean, especially with the title that you give them.
Yeah.
And
this might. Yeah, well, it's to uplift our consciousness, but to uplift ourselves. I think there's a lot of
hello
out there. Can you hear me?
Can
you hear me?
I just lost you for a minute. Could you repeat that so that I can hear you?
Oh, okay.
Maybe
I'm
if
sorry.
I didn't hear you, other people didn't. So I would like to know what you said. So what did you just say?
Thank you. I was just saying that there's a lot of nasty going on in the world, and and people. There's a lot of bullying, and there's a lot of victims, and on all arenas, big and small. And this was more about. I wanted to uplift people, individual people, people that needed that boost. I wanted this for them. It's especially because I was in a bad situation that I ended up getting my husband and I out of. And I needed every bit of strength and positiveness and self-respect and self-confidence that I could possibly muster. And the only way to get that done was for everybody to come through and help me make this deck.
Could you pull a card for all of us to help us right now?
Oh, my God,
would
sure.
Would you be willing to pull a card?
I would. Let me just put my phone. If I put you on speaker like that, is that a problem?
As long as I can keep hearing you, I think other people can too.
Okay.
So when you use
All
your
right.
deck, are you like shuffling and then creating a spread with your cards, or do you just like pick one card for insight? That'll be another question too.
Yeah, no, I don't. People that I respect very much, that I know online on YouTube, have done spreads with my deck that have worked very well. And one of them I tried myself, and it worked very well. It was called the Self-Love, I think, spread, and Shuffle Tarot did it, and so did Sanskrit Blue. And I just thought, look at how fearless they are. They're just like, they're so confident in their reading. They're just like, I'm going to do this spread. So it works for spreads, which is great. I don't really do spreads, though. I'm pretty chill. I just I shuffle, and I shuffle them, and I shuffle them around some more, and I just see what sticks out the most, and then I grab it. I've seen people be way smoother with it than I am, but I'm not too precious with it.
Well, I would think since this is your own creation, your own oracle, that you'd be like the most smooth of anyone using it. And I'm so excited that you're going to pull up a card.
I am pulling. I'm shuffling right now. I'm pulling a card. I am sort of meditating. Just gonna give them a good flip around. I mean, I feel like I know my deck really well, but like I've heard other people, like I still have to check the book sometimes, and I wrote it. So I mean, other people, I think there are other people that read my deck even better than I do, to be honest with you. All right, I just pulled, and I'm definitely gonna have to pull another one because I want some elaboration, but. Visualize abundance when needed. And I think that maybe this card is for me.
I think it's for me.
Is it for
you?
I
like that a lot. Well, I like it. I think most people would love that card, to have that card.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, because I remember...
Visualize your abundance, is that what it's called? Visualize your abundance?
Visualize abundance, and then it does say in little letters, when needed, because I didn't want people to be greedy about it, but the truth is sometimes we need a little extra financial help, and that's all there is to it. And for me, what happened was it worked, like, because I started getting into all these things, and I'm like, well, they say you should visualize what you need, what you want, and I was in the car with my friend Gail, and our computer had just kicked the bucket. And, like, the cheapest desktop we could find was, like, $500. And I was in the car with my friend Gail, and I was telling her, I said, the laptop died. We thought it was going to live forever. We thought it was a vampire. I said, but it died, and, we looked at this. We're looking up computers, and, I'm just telling her the story. Like, oh, we found one. We found a whatever for $500. That's totally, we're going to get that at some point. But, oh, my God, I hope sooner rather than later, because the only computer we have is so slow. It makes you sad, very sad. So anyway, and I wasn't telling her this as a, please buy me a computer. I was literally just shooting the breeze with a friend. And then, like, a couple weeks later, I get, a certified bank check in the mail, and it says, like, it's for $500, and it says, happy anniversary. Your first anniversary is paper. Because traditionally...
Well, I'm so excited to hear about this. I want to hear more about manifesting your abundance when we come back from our commercial break. We'll be back in just a little bit to talk more with Amy.
Whether you're a skeptic or a believer, join me, Rob McConnell, as together we'll investigate the world of the paranormal and the science of parapsychology here on the X-Zone Radio TV show on XZBN and the X-Zone TV channel on Simul TV. Since 1990, the X-Zone Radio TV show has been the place where people dare to believe and dare to be heard. Together, we'll investigate UFOs, aliens, ghosts, Bigfoot, psychic phenomenon, lake monsters, conspiracy theories, government cover-ups, the truth embargo, alien abductions, ESP, haunted locations from around the world, and so much more. With over 28 years of broadcasting and more than 4,500 individual guests, the X Zone is truly a place where fact is fiction and fiction is reality, as evidenced by the credibility, integrity, and professionalism of the guests that we bring to our international audience. If you have seen a UFO, had a close encounter, seen a ghost, Bigfoot, lake monster, or a story that you would like to share or have investigated, contact me, Rob McConnell, by sending me your email to xzone@xzoneradiotv.com, or you can call toll-free 1-800-610-7035, extension 143, and on Skype, X Zone Radio TV. For more information on the X Zone Radio TV show with yours truly, Rob McConnell, visit www.xzoneradiotv.com or www.xzonetvchannel.com or simultv.com and xzbn.net. Until next we meet here in the X Zone from our broadcast center and studios in Hamilton, Ontario, Canada, always remember, X Zone Nation, keep your eyes to the sky and your heart in the light.
Okay, we're back with Mystics, Oracles, and Divination. The whole purpose of being here, and I'm sure you're here because we're all trying to evolve and become more in tune and with using our psychic abilities. And what is all of this intuition about anyway? We've got a great guest, Amy Chace, who's created a beautiful oracle called Manifesting Your Greatness. And we had just had her pull a card before we had to take our break. And that break was Manifesting Your Abundance. Is that correct?
Visualize abundance.
Oh, visualize abundance. Okay. So can you tell us a little about Visualize Abundance?
The quick end is that I just had this vision of gold coins filling up the car I was in when I was telling the story of my broken computer to my friends. And then weeks later, there's a check in the mail that says, happy anniversary. The first one's paper, which is traditionally the anniversary gift. And it just made me think, there's nothing wrong with having a little bit of fun and visualizing, finding some pirate treasure. And there's nothing wrong with manifesting in that way.
Do you have a specific technique that you use for visualization? Or do you just say, I'm going to visualize? How do you go about visualizing?
Sometimes I make things up. Sometimes I make up my own, visualizations, but sometimes I do guided meditations by Lillian Eden on YouTube, and I find those to be great. But, sometimes you just have to go for it and make something up,
So do you try to visualize in your mind, like in your third eye, or you just talk to yourself about what you want? What would be the advice you could give our viewers?
What was that?
What would be the advice you could give our viewers to help them visualize abundance?
Close your eyes and imagine finding coin after coin, dollar after dollar while you're walking down the street. Like somebody grabbed a money bag and there's a big old hole in it and you're just following the breadcrumbs, except it's coins and it's money or whatever you think is more fun, like jewels, diamonds, sparkles. I have dreams a lot where I'm just finding coins everywhere. And honestly, that's one of my favorite ones. So that's my advice. You're finding money everywhere.
Some people are looking for visualizing love. So would you do the same thing, like walk down the sidewalk and everywhere you look, you're seeing love?
I don't think so. I think with love, I don't think that people should always look for it. because I feel that it usually comes to you when you're not looking for it. And I think people get real wrapped up in it. And I would say do things for yourself, like take a class, go to the library, go grocery shopping, like do things for yourself and live your life. And as you're becoming your best, most fulfilled individual self, that person will come to you. Like, I don't feel like you need to visualize what they look like or who they are. You just visualize that love will find you when you're doing the things that make you happy.
That's a beautiful way of looking at finding love as in a relationship. Sometimes people have a broader view of love. It's like love is like opening the heart and forgiving or being more compassionate to other people's pain. So I guess there's a lot of different ways of looking at love, and you need to know what you're thinking about. Because if I was looking for opening my heart chakra in relation to love, that might be something that I would want to see with every step I take, that I would want to open my heart more and more to being able to feel love and compassion for humanity. So I guess there's different ways of looking at it depending on what kind of love you're thinking about or wanting.
Yeah, I've been reading a book on how to read Lenormand cards, and often when that book talks about love, they mean very specifically romantic love, as opposed to
Can you tell people what Lenormand cards are? Some people might not know.
Lenormand cards are quite interesting, and I am pondering myself proposing a deck to a publisher of my own Lenormand cards. I'm still learning, but I believe it's 36 cards. It's actually not named after the person that created it, but the person that made it famous. And it is read very literally like sentences. Like, all the cards are nouns. There are things like rider, house, key, bouquet, garden. They're all very almost generic nouns. And you think, well, how am I going to get any kind of reading with this? It's a very different way to read cards. It's very different than tarot and very different than oracle. And I think it's very subjective. But since I'm more of an intuitive reader, I think I get this. Like, some are more obvious than others. So there's a card called the Fox, and that's like, well, they're smart, they're quick, they're cunning, and then you have to look around at the other cards to see, is this a positive thing or is this a negative thing? So cards have different kind of leanings, positive, negative, or neutral, and are affected by the cards around them as you lay out spreads. It's also very spread-oriented, which I am not spread-oriented with my Oracle deck. I just pull a few cards to know what do I need to be my best me today, and go from there. But Lenormand is, you're always doing some kind of spread, whether it's 2 cards or 5 cards or a grand tableau, which is all of them. You're doing it like that. But, it's very, very kind of literal. Like, your tree is about your health and your growth and your foundation and such like that. But I want to know the most I can know about it before I create art for it. But I'm reading a book about it, and they very much are talking about doing readings for people that are looking for romantic love specifically. And so I think I've been kind of thinking about that.
I think probably most people, when they come for readings, are talking about romantic love. But because this show has the word mystic in it, I want to open up that possibility, because a lot of mystics are celibates who are looking for a love that transcends the physical body. Not that, but I just like to bring in that dimension, especially because I'm also connecting with chakra work a lot. And there's second chakra, which is intimacy and physical love and the animal nature. And then there's the fourth chakra, love, which is opening the heart to a different kind of love. So I like to differentiate one love with the other kind of love, or that there's more than one kind of love. And there's love in relation to our inner self-love versus the outer world love and relationship love. So there's different components to love, and
yeah, I would say that in terms of self-love, the card, like I have a card, take care of yourself, and I have a card, learn to defend yourself. And for me, those are actually about self-love and, putting yourself out there for the right people and not putting yourself out there for the wrong people, and taking care of your own emotional interior.
Well, that goes along a lot with the card that I picked for the show tonight, which was a heart chakra card called Balance, and that's exactly what balance is all about, learning to take good care of your inner self so that you can have more harmony when you're dealing with the outer world.
Yes. Fantastic. Was it the rebalance card? That's fantastic. Yeah, absolutely.
I'm going to go back to asking you about doing divination. Do you use, when you're looking at manifesting your greatness cards, do you use reverse cards in your reading?
No. What I pull, yeah, they're all upright. The word, I have words on the cards as well as obviously in the corresponding companion book. But, so obviously you can read them upside down if it feels right to you. But I just put them all upright because for the most part I know exactly, because I created them, I know exactly where that card is going. You know what I mean? Or what I need to know from that card. But yeah, no reversals. I wanted to make it really easy. I wanted it to be very, very accessible, not intimidating, and fun.
Fun. That's one of my favorite words. So what is the card that represents fun in your deck? Or what would you feel would help people have fun with using your deck?
Okay, well, the obvious answer for me would be the Leave Room for Whimsy card, which I'm trying to find right now. Leave Room for Whimsy is definitely about having fun because for me, if I overschedule myself, if I schedule myself within an inch of my life, fun is never on that list because in order to have fun, you have to have some open space, some free time, some time where you can be like, okay, I can put that on hold, I can put that on hold, I can put that on hold, and I'm just going to hang out here and enjoy this nature or what have you. And that's when the fun starts, I mean, sometimes you schedule yourself perfectly and you have fun while you do it. But
well, our fun is going to be interrupted right now because we're going to commercial break. We'll be back in just a minute with Amy talking about her deck, Manifesting Your Greatness.
If you are looking for a safe, zero-calorie, natural option to the harmful artificial sweeteners on the market today, Just Like Sugar is what you're looking for. Just Like Sugar is a wonderful natural alternative for those health-conscious people who choose a calorie-restricted diet with a great, pure, sweet flavor that tastes just like sugar. Just Like Sugar is a great natural option for people suffering from diabetes and may be useful in restricted diet programs where standard sugars are not allowed and does not cause a laxative effect of some other sweeteners. Just Like Sugar comprises a perfect blend of chicory root fiber, natural calcium, natural vitamin C, and Just Like Sugar's sweetness comes from the natural flavors from the peel of the orange. Just Like Sugar is a natural alternative to harmful artificial sweeteners and will change the way that you believe all natural sweetener products taste. Just Like Sugar is available at your local Whole Foods markets, Wild Oats markets, Henry's, Sun Harvest, and many other fine natural food stores in the U.S., Canada, and worldwide.
They are here, and they've been here for thousands of years, making their presence known in the shadows. They might be seen by a lonely motorist on a deserted road late at night, or by a frightened and confused husband in the bedroom he is sharing with his wife. But who are they? What do they want? Why are they here? Perhaps most concerning, has the government been aware of their presence all along? The new book by Ellie Marzulli, UFO Disclosure, The 70-Year Cover-Up Exposed, delves into the world of UFOs. Can full disclosure be soon? Order now and receive a free hour and 37-minute DVD on the UFO phenomenon. UFOs are real. Get both the book and the DVD, a $40 value, for only $19.99. To order your book and DVD today, go to lamarzulli.net. That's LAMARZULLI.net.
You have heard of the X Zone? Now watch it on Simul TV, plus 500 video games, live TV channels, free video on demand, worldwide, and more. Does this sound like tomorrow's television? Well, it is, but you can have it today, right now. It is Simul TV. Simul TV offers what the others only wish they could provide. 15 exclusive channels like X Zone, sci-fi, and horror. We are worldwide. No other provider offers that. 500 built-in video games. No need to have an extra expensive system. We have them included. Free video on demand. Live streaming events from around the world. Interactive online network, and much more. Tomorrow's TV today. Simul TV. Sound too good to be true? Well, it's not. You can have Simul TV today. Sign up at simultv.com. Do it today.
Memorable dynamic presentations are a not-so-secret weapon in the business world. Do you have a powerful message that must be shared, but you haven't found a way to deliver that message? Do you want to be known as a top public speaker who gets amazing results? Are you ready to create and deliver your powerful message? Thomas Hides can help you create and deliver your speech to get the results you desire. Visit iconquality.com.
Did you expect your business to flourish, but instead it plateaued or didn't get off the ground yet? Would you like to achieve massive goals and discover new sources of income within your business? When you're ready to experience that type of success with fast results, Cindy Hendricks is the business coach for you. Her work with entrepreneurs and business owners has been life-changing. To get you and your business where you want to be, go to imaginemoresuccess.com.
Has the fear of public speaking stalled your business or personal life? What would you give to develop and maintain supreme confidence? Have an invaluable private program to always perform at your best. Imagine how you would feel. You can have all that and so much more today with Thomas Hides' life-changing course called Number One Fear Unleashed. Visit numberonefear.com and be liberated from your fear of public speaking.
So Amy, we're back, and
Woo!
I'm loving hearing about your deck, and I'm really excited about what you're doing. And we were just talking about time for fun and whimsy. And
yes,
what would be your biggest purpose or inspiration that you can share to really help people want to connect more with manifesting their greatness?
that is a good question. I would say some of the more day-to-day important cards are ones like, I have one that's use your words, which is kind of something you say to a kid a lot of times. But the truth is sometimes people clam up when they need to open and ask for what they need, which is related to my ask for help card, which is clearly, sometimes we're struggling. We've got 900 things in our hands and there's somebody in front of us with nothing. And you can be like, hey, you know what? Why don't you hold my coffee while I find my keys? And that's completely acceptable. Some of us stoic New Englanders don't think to do that. That's a skill we have to actually learn. Another card that I have is, it's not even about you. And that's the other thing. Like, sometimes the skill is not to get worked up by other people's problems or things they take out on you that have nothing to do with you. Like, that's a really down to earth but daily important thing to keep in mind.
So it's almost like, how do you conquer annoyances or fears? It's like
conquering fears is definitely my fear nothing card. My fear nothing card was like the first card. I think fear is what kills your, I don't know, motivation, happiness. You know, so that's definitely what?
Spontaneity.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. You know, so kill fear, be more open. And I think that these things are what is really important. Be open to the people that deserve access to you. You know, fill your heart with as much love as you can.
That's reminding me of the New Testament saying, there is no fear in love, but perfect love casts out fear.
Yes. Yes.
Oh. I think that's why it's still around and why people recite it, is because it's so true. It's like, cast out fear.
Yeah,
there's
cast
no fear
out fear.
In love.
I think I wrote in my book that fear is the devil, which is probably somewhat ham-fisted of me, but fear is the killer. Like, you have to kill fear in order to live. You know, and fear tries to sneak into everything. And so, like, fear nothing is definitely like one of my first most important cards that came to me. And then once that happened, it all just came pouring out.
Well, it's really exciting that you just kind of jumped into creating an oracle deck. Like, it sounds like you hadn't been doing a lot of previous oracle work, and all of a sudden you're creating an oracle deck. So you must have cast out the fear and jumped in.
Yeah. I had never done an oracle deck before. This was my first oracle deck. And
were you
all
reading
I knew
oracles
was
before then?
No.
Or you were acting more as a medium?
I'd been doing some medium practice at a group in New York City, and I had also been kind of studying up on the tarot for my friend Trisha's project. And I didn't want to jump in with a tarot deck because I still was learning. I was learning that. And when I do a tarot deck, if I do a tarot deck, I want to make sure it's the most authentic one that I can make it. But what I did realize is I have years and I have ancestors and I have things that I want to share with people so that they can be the happiest that they can be with simple, it's a very practical step, a deck. But I literally just wanted to help people. As corny as that may sound, I really...
How many cards are in your deck?
46.
46.
46.
46 steps to empowerment. It sounds like it's a really great deck.
Yeah,
I've been
empowerment.
Really excited. I've been really excited to talk with you and to find out more about your deck, and I'm going to be looking for it for sure, and hoping to become more the master of my own personal manifesting my greatness, whatever that means. But in the meantime, I want to share some a little bit and do a meditation with the people who are interested in having a meditation. So I'm going to say thank you so much, and we'll connect with you another time. And
Absolutely.
Right now I want to talk to people about inner awareness and share something from the book that I've just written on Sacred Mysteries, the Chakra Oracle. And this is called Pathway of Spirit, and it is a meditation, but I've promised in my commercial that people get a little meditation before the show's over. So since we're coming to a close, thanks for hanging and spending your time with me, for one, and with Amy. And if you'd like, just kind of like get really more comfortable than you just were, if that's humanly possible, in your chair or however you're sitting, and close your eyes. Breathe slowly, deeply, and relax your mind, and let your worldly concerns drop from view as much as you can. Bring your awareness to the area of your third eye, which is the middle of the forehead, and imagine that you have this eye right there in the center of your forehead, and it's just opening very naturally in this moment. Let yourself really believe that you can open this eye, the third eye, and that you can see through it. Now, with your intuitive eye, your third eye, look at and feel the energy around your heart energy, your heart chakra. What do you sense is your heart's most important message in this moment? Listen to the voice of your inner self and try to hear your heart's desires. Whatever you're envisioning or hearing or seeing with words in your mind, balance this vision for your future with practical common sense and what you can do to find opportunities, real life opportunities for fulfillment that seems to have the greatest chance for your future success and happiness. This is a very simple meditation, but it's also very important because the more that you can go into looking at what your inner heart desires, the better your choices are going to be for what you're deciding to create in your future. Keywords for the card balance and the fourth chakra that I'm going to share with you right now. It's listening to your heart's aspirations, trying to look at what's going on outside and finding an inward way to balance it with contentment or peace of mind. Blocking out the craziness that's around you and just trying to really focus on inner freedom from doubt or what you don't want to have in your life. Even if it's wisdom beyond logic or beyond what's on the media, just try to really connect with having inward balance. And pay attention to what's most important that you're feeling emotionally or what your logic is telling you you're feeling. These kind of ideas will help you just stay more in touch with how to be in touch with what's important for creating a good future for yourself. I want to leave you all with a quote from Jennifer Lopez. She says, "Beauty is only skin deep. I think what's really important is finding a balance of mind, body, and spirit." With that foxy woman's words of wisdom, I want to bid you farewell and thank you all for spending time with me and my guest. And I'm wishing you all the best for your future and create, manifest, dream your most extreme positive evolution of the desires in your heart. Blessings to all. Bye-bye.